Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Hickey.
And I'm Ricky Lima.
And we're coming to you live, well,
kind of
live,
I don't know.
From Stadium Comics Studios at the world-famous Stadium Comics in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. I was a little hesitant about saying world-famous last week.
But in the comments we found out that we are world famous.
Yeah, there's people literally from all over the world that are watching this video right now. Kind of makes you think.
I'd like to see video replies of the people's comic book shops in their area. Maybe them talking about where they get to go.
No. The only comic shop that matters is Stadium Comics.
That's true.
Get that in your head right now.
That is true.
I'm just joking. We love doing whatever we can to help the proliferation of comics culture all over the globe, even if that means that you have to go into another comic shop. Just promise us that if we ever open up in your neighborhood, that you'll come to us first.
That's right.
All right. Well, this is Previews Reviews, and we're all about showcasing some of the coming attractions of the comic and pop culture world that will be coming your way in the next couple of months. Right now, we've got the December 2011 Previews Guide, which covers merchandise coming in stores in February 2012. And today we're going to have a look at comic books, the staple of the pop culture catalog previews.
Yes.
We're gonna get started right away with Conan the Barbarian, issue number 1. In this sweeping adaptation of Robert E. Howard's fan favorite Queen of the Black Coast, Conan turns his back on the civilized world and takes to the high seas alongside the pirate queen Belit, setting the stage for an epic of romance, terror, and swashbuckling. This is Conan as you've never seen him, with the combination of one of Robert E. Howard's greatest tales and the most dynamic, creative team in comics. Now, is it Conan or is it Conan?
I think Conan has more of a pronunciation to it. It's got more body.
I think Conan is for Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, exactly.
And Conan is for Conan the Barbarian.
Is for these crazy Vikings.
Barbarians, Ricky.
Oh,
Barbarians.
Sorry.
But this is an interesting Conan tale, from what I'm told. It's apparently one of the most often requested Conan stories. Mm-hmm. One of Robert E. Howard's followers' fan favorites. So it'll be interesting to see this put back into print form after many, many years.
Yeah, and the art that they had in the previews just looked really awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that translated onto like the seafaring ways and stuff.
Well, Brian Wood and Becky Cloonan are working together on this book, and they've worked together several times before, most notably on books such as Demo. Also a little bit on Northlanders and some other books as well. They seem to be quite the powerful tandem when they're put together, and I'm sure they're going to do a bang up job on this book.
And I mean, Northlanders is right up this alley, right? So
right.
I mean, they're comfortable with this Conan story.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And
right. This is going to be a 25-issue arc.
Yeah, it's they've actually it's apparently that like deep of a story that they can present it all over 25 issues. So it should be interesting. It's good to see that they've got something that's going to be going for the long haul and not just a 4 or 5 issue miniseries.
Now DC's bringing back something from my childhood, kind of late childhood. Batman Beyond Unlimited, number 1. A new era begins with the debut of the oversized monthly Batman Beyond Unlimited, featuring the print debut of the new Justice League Beyond. Legendary Batman artist Norm Breyfogle returns to draw the Dark Knight of the future with best-selling writer Adam Bichan. In 10,000 Clowns, an onslaught of new Jokers is plaguing Gotham City, and the implications of this chaotic clown menace could have disastrous consequences for Terry McGinnis and Bruce Wayne.
Excellent. So, you mentioned that it's from your childhood. Is this something you watched a lot growing up?
Batman Beyond, I used to watch that all the time. And I was way into it, but then, you just kind of grow up and you're like,
right.
But Batman Beyond, I think it's such an awesome universe because, like, the cyberpunk kind of stuff mixed with the old Batman lore.
Yeah. Actually, I was a big fan of Batman Beyond myself. It's one of the few animated series for the Batman series that I watched and really enjoyed. Mm-hmm. And it's great to see it making a comeback yet again. Now that DC has relaunched their universe, they're revisiting the Batman Beyond storyline, and It's going to include Superman Beyond, which is great.
Yeah.
And as a side story to the Batman Beyond stuff, there's going to be the Justice League Beyond Unlimited stories as well.
Is that a digital copy of that?
Well, it's going to be digital first, and then they're going to be republished in print form, 2 at a time in each issue of Batman Beyond Unlimited.
So if you buy Batman Beyond, do you get the print issue of Justice League Beyond?
That's correct.
So if it comes out at a later date, do you have to like get a coupon or something? Or
No. What's going to happen is it's going to be digital first, and then once it's done, it's run digitally. It'll be republished in Batman Beyond Unlimited.
okay, nice.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We've got a title from Image Comics that I'm really looking forward to, and that is Thief of Thieves by Robert Kirkman and Nick Spencer. Conrad Paulson leaves a secret double life as Master Thief Redmond. There's nothing he can't steal, nothing he can't have, except for the life he left behind. Now with a grown son he hardly knows and an ex-wife he never stopped loving, Conrad must try to piece together what's left of his life before the FBI finally catches up to him. But it appears they are the least of his worries. Now,
Ooh.
yeah, right? Now, I think this book has a lot of potential. And, you know, when people say they're looking for the next big Image blockbuster, I think this might be it. Robert Kirkman's overseeing the series. He's taking what he's referred to as a writer's room approach to this, which means he's not necessarily writing scripts for each one of these books. He said his experiences working with the Walking Dead producers, producing that show for television, led him to greatly favor the format that they use for writing shows, which is basically you get some ideas and then you get a bunch of writers in a room and you work out all the details from there. And he's chosen Nick Spencer to head up the writing on this first arc. Nick Spencer, of course, he's writing a lot of stuff for Marvel right now, and he's, of course, the creator of Morning Glories, which is an acclaimed series from Image.
Mm-hmm. So is this Robert Kirkman, is this him selling out? Is he going Hollywood now?
He might be going a little bit Hollywood. I'm wondering now if Robert Kirkman has reached that Mark Millar status,
Yeah.
where basically everything he writes is geared towards some form of production into television or the big screen. But I hope not. He's still really big on creator-owned works, and he's always trumpeting the value of not working for the big two, but working for yourself. So I wouldn't quite call it a sellout yet, but I guess time will tell.
We'll see.
The interesting thing about this story is it kind of reminds me in a way of like a Dexter, for thievery. Because this character has such a strong compulsion to steal, but he's decided that he's going to quit his life of crime, try to not break any more laws, and instead will use his compulsion to steal from other thieves.
So he's like Robin Hood.
He's like Robin Hood. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Except he probably keeps it for himself.
Yeah. And if you're stealing from a thief, if you're stealing merchandise from a thief that the thief stole, aren't you still in possession of stolen property? I don't know. It'll be curious to see how that all works out.
We should ask Hollywood Robert Kirkman over here. But if he doesn't want to break rules, he shouldn't drive, because sometimes you get road rage. Road rage #1. See?
Segue.
Acclaimed novelist / Eisner Award-winning graphic novelist Joe Hill collaborated with his father Stephen King for the first time on a tale that paid tribute to Richard Matheson's classic tale Duel. Now, IDW is proud to present comic book tellings of both stories in Road Rage. First up is the Hill / King adventure tale Throttle, adapted by Chris Ryall alongside Hill and King, featuring art by Nelson Daniels. Throttle tells a tale of a motorcycle gang pursued by an unseen assailant in a big rig. Sounds pretty exciting.
Sounds pretty Stephen King-like, too. Reminds me of Maximum Overdrive. You ever see that movie?
No.
Basically, something happens and all of the machines in the world basically start turning on humans. And one of the epic scenes is when all these people are trapped in a diner and there's just trucks circling the diner. But I had no idea until probably about a month ago that Joe Hill was Stephen King's son.
I didn't even know until we started filming this. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, apparently he didn't want to be, cast. He didn't want to be in the shadow of his father when he was trying to make a name for himself as a novelist. So that's why he dropped King from.
I'd never heard of him until today. So I mean, Didn't do a very good
You've
job
never
with
read
that.
Lock and Key?
No.
Oh, great series. Lock and Key is awesome. I've heard it's going to be developed into a television show. I don't know if that's still on, but it's a really great series. Definitely worth checking out. The cool thing that I found while researching this book is that it's an adaptation of an adaptation.
Really?
Yeah. So there was this story called Duel,
Mm-hmm.
which Stephen King and Joe Hill adapted into a story called Throttle. And they based it off of the movie version that Steven Spielberg filmed in 1971 called Duel. And I've never seen it, but apparently it's a really good movie. Now IDW is taking the story of Throttle and adapting it into Road Rage. So...
And didn't Tiny Toons adapt that?
Yes, actually.
Oh my god.
Actually, there was a tribute to the movie Duel on Tiny Toon Adventures, which I remember fondly from growing up. And it turns out that show is actually executive produced by Steven Spielberg.
Too many layers, man.
Yeah,
too many layers. I can't handle this.
Stephen King, as we said, loves stuff with crazy vehicles. There was, of course, Maximum Overdrive, and Christine was the other one with that classic.
And the Gunslinger series, one of the books took place on a train.
Did it?
Majority
All
of
right,
it.
very-
Majority of it.
It's all coming together here, folks.
Stephen King.
It's all coming together. So many deep, deep layers of understanding. It's like Inception.
I know.
Layer after layer after layer.
Too many. Can't go too deep, or else you get lost.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I thought we were going to have an offensive moment. But we didn't, and we're going to stay on course. So the next book we're going to look at is Winter Soldier, issue number 1. Winter Soldier number 1 is written by Ed Brubaker and features the art of Butch Guice. And in this particular issue, Winter Soldier and Black Widow are the super spies of the Marvel Universe. Ex-Russian sleeper agents awaken, but who's under control? And is that Doctor Doom? Uh-oh. Marvel's being intentionally vague with all of their details surrounding this book, and with good reason. Bucky Barnes, who was Winter Soldier, and then Captain America, died in the Fear Itself series. And that is still fresh in everybody's mind. It happened just, a couple months ago. So the question is, who is this Winter Soldier that we're going to be seeing in Winter Soldier number 1? Is it going to be Bucky Barnes?
Mm-hmm.
It would seem a little lame for them to bring him back so soon, but I wouldn't put that beyond Marvel, because they've been known for bringing back people really quickly.
Right, and I don't understand why comics, like Marvel now, they've already killed like 3 people in the span of like a month.
It's getting out of control. It's getting out of control.
It's crazy. And then I'll see it on the news, and it's like, you people don't understand. They're like, yeah, someone's gonna die in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, it's the deaths are just way out of control, and we'll address that with the next book that we cover too, actually. And they just need to stop. They need to just not kill anybody for a couple years, because the deaths don't mean anything when you just bring them back like right away. Captain America was dead for like a year and a half. Human Torch. I don't want to spoil anything, but it looks like he's back as well. So, death just not meaning a whole hell of a lot. It never did really mean a lot, but now it really doesn't mean a lot. And, but we'll have to see. I mean, Bucky Barnes could stay dead. The promotional material for this book has been saying, what if there just wasn't only one? Or something to that effect. Or what if there wasn't just one? And then it shows the Winter Soldier's red star symbol. So is it possible that there's a clone of Bucky Barnes that the Russian army is constructed? Were there other people training in the Winter Soldier program? We'll have to wait and see.
Marvel, stop killing people. Chill out. But one person that can't die, Deadpool. Deadpool issue 50. Written by Daniel Way and illustrated by Carlo Barbieri. The only description that Marvel's giving us is dead. Daniel Way says recently on Newsarama.com, a lot of readers have been jaded with the whole, in this issue, a hero will fall.
Yeah, us included.
And I don't blame them. And that's why dead is what it is. It's nothing like what you'd think it'll be. Bluntly, I don't think readers can prepare for this one.
Oh, I don't know. He's making some interesting statements there, but, Most of us readers haven't been fooled before, and
Yeah.
I can't see them pulling. I can't see them pulling the wool over our eyes on this one either.
Especially with the Deadpool, because I mean, Deadpool's known for being like crazy, humorous all the time, and like things are always happening.
Right.
So like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really shocked like by this whole dead thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's Deadpool.
Yeah. And how long would it really last? You know, Deadpool is one of the better selling books for Marvel, and for them to actually kill the character and get rid of him would not make any financial sense to them whatsoever. So I doubt you're going to be seeing the Merc with a Mouth dead for more than an issue or two. And I'm sure, being that it's Deadpool, the whole thing will be conducted in a way that's pretty funny. Interesting thing to point out, if you haven't been reading Deadpool, you will have a chance to kind of get caught up, according to Daniel Way, and that is by reading Deadpool issue 49.1. Those beloved .1 books that come out just before Deadpool issue 50. And this particular issue is going to be called, believe it or not, Deadpool the Musical.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how that goes. Now, we were going to be all done with the comics for this week, but Ricky had one more that he just needed to talk about. And I didn't have any clue about it being, video worthy. But Ricky...
Adventure Time number 1. It's Adventure Time. Join Finn the human, Jake the dog, and Princess Bubblegum for all new adventures through the land of Ooh. The top-rated Cartoon Network show now has its own comic book. With the show exploding in the ratings, garnering rave reviews online, major cosplay at the San Diego Comic-Con, and huge displays dominating the New York Comic-Con, it's clear fandom is obsessed, and 2012 is the year of Adventure Time. Don't miss out on the new phenomenon. This first issue is sure to get snapped up. Now, Kevin, you don't watch Adventure Time?
I have no clue what this is, but
Right.
when you just said the New York Comic Con there, I do remember seeing Adventure Time stuff everywhere.
It's awesome.
And I'm totally out of the loop. What is it?
It's about this boy, Finn, the human, and his dog, Jake. His dog, Jake, can like transmorph into different things, and his limbs can go crazy. And they basically just like hang out and do adventure-y things.
Adventure-y things?
Yeah, he's got a backpack and he has a sword. That's about it, man.
Now,
it's one of those things you can't really...
Is it geared towards kids?
It's geared towards kids, but it caters to adults kind of thing. You know what I mean?
All right.
Because it's just like the funniest, most outrageous show in the world. And it's just so colorful and so bright. And it's... I don't know. You guys leave in the comments what you think of Adventure Time.
Is it on TV here in Canada, or is it only in the States right now?
I think it might be on Teletoon.
So how have you been watching it, Ricky?
What? I think they have it on Teletoon Online.
Okay, yeah, all right. We'll just give Teletoon's lawyers a call and make sure that's all on the up and up.
But Adventure Time is the thing to watch because, I mean, it's so good. Can't go wrong with it.
Awesome. Well, with Adventure Time, that wraps up this Adventure Time here with Stadium Comics Previews Reviews. Join us all next week as we take a look at graphic novels, trades, and hardcovers. We hope you've enjoyed this look at comics coming into stores in February 2012. Remember to support your local comic shop. Go in there and have a look at the previews catalog. Let them know what you want to order that starts coming into the stores in February 2012. Because if you don't let them know, they may not carry it. And you'd hate to miss out on the next Adventure Time.
That's right.
Or any other book. So
or whoever Marvel's going to kill next.
Exactly. We'll see you next time, everybody. Enjoy your comics and take care.